Hello, Grand Rising to you all. I'm here with the beautiful elements, as you all can see. Very much so, soaking in these activation codes from the sunlight, this beautiful cosmic energy that you can feel when you step outside. It's so beautiful, it's so amazing. Excuse me, I just clear my throat here before I share this message, because I have just connected so much this last month before, and now after the supermoon, which was earlier in October this month, I have connected so many things about myself and my energy that it has allowed me to receive connections through networking with others. It has allowed me to receive free things from the universe. It has allowed me to receive without even asking specifically for these things. So, for example, today I went to get something from the store. I wanted to get some canned papaya and pineapple to have. It's really good, it's delicious, packed with vitamins and minerals. I made a YouTube short video about it if you would like to know more information. But as I'm walking to the store, I noticed that one of the places that is a wellness center was open, and they had free massages from 12 to 4. I came in that time frame and I was like, wow, they are open, you know. I have been in this area for a few months and have not caught that wellness center when it was open. So I was very excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, let me go in there before going to the store. I got that free massage and I was able to speak with the owner of the wellness center. And it turns out they just opened in May. So they are also new to this area, like I'm new to this area. Dogs are gonna bark in the background, so just bear with the message here. That dog is too tired to bark, I guess. Just want to run up and down the fence. That's hilarious. Excuse me. But I was able to network and connect and also get a free massage, and instead of assuming or having a limiting belief about I'm not worthy of acceptance, or a limiting belief of I'm not able to get into the field that I actually want to get into, I have to work a 9 to 5, or a limiting belief of I'm not good enough for the reality that I want to align with. All of those things are assumptions and they're limiting beliefs. And because I did not stick with those that historically in the past I might have gravitated towards, and shrunk the possibilities of being able to receive greater from the universe. And you know what? It was truly amazing, because I was also able to rent a laptop from the library. And I also happened to catch them before they closed at 4 p.m. today. After going to the store and going to the wellness center, I was able to go to the library before it closed and rent a laptop for free. And funny enough, very funny enough, the cashier at the store I went to, they were fairly new, and they rang up my items incorrectly, because they're like, oh, it's an error in the system, I have to scan this for the price of this other item, right? It was a bag of walnuts that was $3.50, and they're so cute. Oh, never mind. But anyway, the item that was not ringing up was $3.50. But they were like, oh, sorry, it's a system error. let me just scan this candy bar instead of for the walnuts, right? And I was like, oh, okay. And on the receipt, it showed they scanned the candy bar, twice, basically. And it was, hold on one second. And it was the cost of $1.40. And so instead of paying $2, I'm sorry. Okay, let me start over. I just got a little sidetracked with the environment here. But instead of paying $3.50 for a bag of walnuts, I was charged $2.80. And they also did that with another item. I don't know if that was also a system error, but I basically saved $2 on this trip to the store. I got the tropical fruit, the canned tropical fruit, the walnuts, the candy bar. It was just dark chocolate and mint. And then I got a can of pears. So in this area, it's not a lot of fresh produce, but I'll still take a canned version and just, drain the juices, and then eat it as it is. So yeah, but I basically, by following my intuition and not limiting myself to traumatic induced limiting beliefs or things that I naturally gravitate towards by assuming or by following the pattern of history of behavior, right? By, let me go apply to this store really quickly instead of following what I really want to do. Instead, those things were blocked from coming into my reality because I had changed the belief about myself. I had changed the limiting belief to an empowering belief that once I'm in alignment, everything else falls into place, right? So because I followed my intuition and I did not follow limiting beliefs and I did not assume negative thinking from those other people, right? I was rewarded. And that's just how good life can get. That's how good it can really get once you change the way that you approach life. Once you focus your entire aura on, how do I word it? Once you focus your energy on making your entire aura aligned with the right thinking, the right actions, the balancing of the masculine energy of doing and the feminine energy of receiving, right? And, practicing being grounded and mindful and meditating, you can truly align with what it is that your heart desires and what it is that you really want to do, instead of being influenced by whatever life, right, has given you. And right now I'm going over a bridge. And, there's cars passing, there's people going in many directions, but for me, this is also symbolic because I'm choosing to go my own path, right? I'm choosing to go in my own direction. It's slower, it's less convenient, it's louder, there's more distractions on this part of the path, and it's a little bit more dangerous if you want to look at it in terms of that way, but it's something that's paying off. And right as above, so below. This is what I'm doing in my spirit as well. And now I am being rewarded. I'm reaping the harvest from the seeds I have planted in my head. The seeds are your thoughts. And what your seeds plant produces a fruit. And if that fruit is a good fruit, if that fruit is nutritional, is bountiful, then you reap a good harvest. But if you plant a seed, that is not going to give you nourishment, right? If you have rotten fruit or let's just say a negative thought pattern, right? You won't reap anything good from that. So make sure that you are planting the seeds that you want to harvest. Not the seeds from experience, not the seeds that your family gave you, not the seeds that life gave you, not the seeds that anything outside of you produced, okay? Unless it brings a bountiful harvest and something that is good for your soul, do not plant those seeds, okay? Because eventually you will reap the rewards, okay? I want to make that clear. So liken the analogy of seeds and farming to the way that you think and the way that you act in life. And every single time you focus on planting a good seed, you won't have to worry about the bad seeds. The bad seeds will rot and they will leave and, return back to that cycle with the earth, so to speak, right? But there is a constant life, death, and rebirth happening. So you have the chance to plant new seeds all the time. And as I'm passing the almost end of this bridge here, I could also see how far I've come. I could look around and notice, hey, I'm in a different environment because I've crossed this bridge. Because I've chosen this different route for myself. Because I'm doing it my way. That song, My Way by Frank Sinatra, if you've never heard of it, go ahead and give it a listen. It is very, very touching spiritually, especially for those who are aligning with this message and seeing what I'm saying in whatever time they're receiving this message, but if you are doing it your own way instead of the way that others are trying to tell you to do it, then you will notice that it takes a longer journey. You have to go through things that may look scary to others, that may look confusing, that may look just wrong to some people. Some people think that what I'm doing is wrong, and because it's unpredictable or because it's something new that the world has not adapted or fully, went with in those terms, right? Entrepreneurship is something that people used to, just say it will never work. Just work for a company, get a 9 to 5, whatever. And then, some people thought that artists couldn't survive either. They thought, a starving artist, will never make enough money to support themselves or have a business long term. And look, that's changed today. The same as social media has changed, There are things that are changing rapidly and growing and evolving. And when you decide, hey, I don't want to stay in the past. I don't want to keep eating this rotten fruit. I don't want to stay knowing that this area is not going to bring me the harvest that I need. I need to be planted in different soil myself. And, once you do that, your entire life changes. You reap the benefits of what you sow, and your thoughts align your mouth. So take it from me, someone who chose to walk a different path, someone who has had bad seeds and bad harvest in the past, but they've planted new seeds now. And once you align with what is natural to your life, natural to the cycles in your life, natural to the way that we're meant to live, walking, sun gazing, getting the information that we need and acting on it, but also taking some time to reflect and relax and receive from the universe, you understand that it's okay to change. It's okay to go through life, death, and rebirth cycles. It truly is. And if I know within you, something is different or can change just as much as, you get it, you could lose it. So don't take your life for granted. Don't take your knowledge for granted. Don't take your experiences for granted, right? Value who you are. Value your goals. Value your intelligence. I'm sending so much love to you all whenever you're seeing this again, but I have crossed that bridge. I have crossed that bridge and I'm on the other side of the unknown, and for whoever's seeing this, you are matching with my energy and you are coming into alignment with your dreams, and your manifestations will come forward when the time is needed, when the time is necessary. But I love you all so much, and see you later.